Hey guys, it's Lita Lum to do an update on the numerous supplements I'm taking. A lot of them are actually very similar to the one I did 3 years ago. Let's discuss. Alrighty, let's do the ones that are in my hands first. How about that? So, Astaxanthin, you guys, Astaxanthin. I'm still very in love with Astaxanthin. In fact, more in love with Astaxanthin. Astaxanthin is, comes from algae, and it's a little red pill, and apparently if you eat a lot of it, it will make your skin more red or glowy or maybe a little orange because it's a carotenoid, but it's also oil and water soluble, so it gets deep into your cells. It can get into your mitochondria, really good past the blood-brain barrier, and it's very amazing. So I'm taking 3 12 milligrams a day. And now I'm upping it a lot because we're on a fertility journey, you guys. And Astaxanthin is amazing for your skin. It's protective to UV radiation damage, and it's actually protective in a lot of different ways. Helps your lipids not oxidize, and it's not an antioxidant that turns into a pro-oxidative. Like if you take too many antioxidants, they can become pro-oxidative in some way that I do not understand. But this one does not, and it's got so many benefits that I take a lot of it. Let alone all the amazing things it does for your skin and your brain and your body. Astaxanthin, you guys. If you're not taking Astaxanthin, I highly recommend looking into it because of its many, many benefits. Another one for fertility and to help with mitochondria, I'm PQQ, pyrroloquinoline, Quinone. I don't know how to pronounce it, as usual. I take 20 milligrams of these. This is all kind of working together to help the egg quality. And Ubiquinol. Now I went back to Jowls 200 milligrams. I'm taking 3 of these a day. So it's 6. I'm taking a lot of these. Curcumin, you guys. Curcumin, another one that I think I took a little time off, but I've renewed my interest after a few of my Pilates clients are having amazing success. Like somebody I knew was having double hip replacements, and she was just having so much pain. We were doing some work beforehand, and I suggested turmeric, like maybe it's worth a try since it's pretty safe. And she was having miraculous pain relief in 3 days. And then someone else I knew who fell on her shoulder. So I guess with acute pain, it's probably really beneficial rather than other painkillers that make holes in your stomach and stuff. So it's worth a try. Great anti-inflammation and benefits in many ways, so I still take that. NMN, you guys. I take a sublingual NMN from Alivebyscience, and I'm taking a few of these a day in order to increase the NAD in my body, more anti-aging, more... along with so many other benefits. NAD, you guys, I'm sure have heard a lot about it. It's really great. I still take Prescript Assist. Prescript Assist is my favorite still. Spore probiotic. There was the other Megaspore probiotic, but even though Prescript Assist might be a little sketchy, I just feel so good with it. I even take a smaller dose. Light. See, it's light. But this is just so amazing. I got my dad taking it, which is hard to get him to take supplements, and I was like, just try a bottle. He's on his 2nd bottle already. I was like, you are not gonna regret it. It's just so dope. Another one is Saccharomyces Boulardii, that especially if you've ever had to take antibiotics, it's good to alternate with antibiotics or definitely go through a bottle afterwards. So that's the one that my husband had me get. Even though I feel this one more, you're like, oh, I can tell it's working. This one, I can't tell as much, but my husband definitely can. So I take that sometimes too. A Prenatal Pro. This is definitely a fancy brand, but it's a multiple vitamin. It's a multivitamin, I'm trying to say. And it's got a lot of the essential stuff. And I'm definitely, counting this when I look through, and I'm also taking Zinc Piconinate still. Zinc Piconinate because it is found more readily in your serum, your blood, when you take this. So it's more bioavailable, I suppose. So, but I'm counting this when you don't want to take too much because then it's gonna mess with your copper zinc balance. Zinc Piconinate. Methyl folate. I don't have MTHFR, but that's something you definitely want to check, especially if you're trying to get pregnant. MTHFR, if you have that gene where you don't process your B vitamins the same, you want to get methylated B vitamins. I don't have that. I thought I might because my aunt and my grandmother do, but I don't. I still take it. Methylated. I presume it's more bioavailable. I still take Desiccated Liver, you guys. Also, it's like a multivitamin. It's got so many nutrients. I take maybe 6 of these a day. I like Perfect supplements a lot. And I tried other ones, but I always just go back to them. I sometimes I try different brands, but another Perfect supplement thing I just am not able to do without is the hydrolyzed collagen. I'll just buy like a few at a time. And I put this now, I put it in my matcha. I don't drink coffee really anymore. I drink matcha, or I found a really good, pretty affordable brand that I think tastes pretty good. This matcha, I love it. You get a lot, it tastes pretty good. It's $24 because matcha's expensive. You get like the fancy tea, Japanese tea ceremony kind. It's expensive. So I like this in my morning, wake me up. And I'm just gonna think it comes with a scooper, healthier than coffee. And then I still use MCT powder as my creamer. And I put the hydrolyzed collagen, like some cinnamon, I whip it up with my blender that came from mud water. It's really cool. It's very powerful. And I used to do this in my coffee. It's still pretty good, but it sediments down at the bottom of your coffee. It's hard to keep it stirred. I guess that's why they have their powerful mud water stirrer. You just have to keep stirring it. It's sedimenty. So I mainly really like my matcha. I like matcha now. It's beautifully green. Omegas. I take a lot of prenatal and DHA because it's got more DHA in it. I take Nordic Naturals. I take a lot of these as well. Like 900 milligrams. I take so much of this. I'm on like a keto, basically a lot of fats, which is apparently a fertility. Makes sense. Your body, good for creating little eggs and little people, basically. Lots of fats, creating hormones as well. Berberine, I still take Berberine. This is just the brand that my husband likes. He takes a lot of it, but I've been taking 2 of these lately. I have no idea if I can't feel this one. It's not a supplement that I can feel. Selenium, I take selenium for the thyroid, as well as ashwagandha. Ashwaghanda is just a great adaptogenic everything, and this is the brand that my husband likes. There's like 2 left. Gaia herbs, he's really into this. He takes this quite a lot. I take like 1 a day. What is this? 350 milligrams. But I take a selenium a day as well. Very good for the thyroid. Trace minerals and electrolytes. I've been going back to this Trace Minerals brand because it has some boron in it, which is good for bone density and some other things. So this is what I take sometimes when I'm spritzing in my water, just a few drops. It actually makes it taste very good, like mineral water. I've been taking a lot of chlorella and spirulina. These little pills, they're actually really yummy. I chew up 1 or 2, just like these little compacted powder, basically. And apparently if you chew 1 or 2 in your mouth, it kind of gets your body like, oh, I'm gonna get a few of these. I'll take like 10. I'll take like a handful twice a day. Actually, I'm taking a lot of these. I'm going through this a lot, but just very nutrient dense, making sure I'm getting enough greens. I try and eat lots and lots of greens, but I just think I need more. Hyaluronic acid, of course, is good for your skin. I think probably taking it internally is probably the best. I've been taking Hyaluronic acid via Alivebyscience. I'm not sure if I feel it, but I'm taking it. Hyaluronic acid. Before this, I was taking it, just drinking it. I would make like a slurry of it and keep it in the fridge and like drink the gel. Great for your knees, great for between your cells, and I'm sure it's great for your skin, darlings. Quercetin. So I went through a Nutribel. This is just easier to take, 1,000 milligrams of. But I realized I had some pure powder of the quercetin. I got some quercetin and fisetin, senolytic action there to get rid of dead cells. But now this is also good for I was getting like an itchy bump occasionally, and I couldn't tell if I'm allergic to my cats. I went through a whole allergy panel to see if I'm allergic to any foods or dust, or I actually am a little bit allergic to dust, but and mosquitoes, but who isn't? So they couldn't really find anything significant, and I wasn't sure if it was a histamine thing with food. I went through those histamine pills, but this seems to really help, and it's great for like allergy season, which I guess that's this. I'm not sure if I don't have any stark allergy symptoms, but I take some of this in the morning with some, you know, my oily drink. Digestive enzymes, you guys. So I do have some Wobenzyme, which I will occasionally take this or a baby aspirin, because my fertility doc is like, you're supposed to take a baby aspirin every day. And so, but this is also very increasing your blood flow. So is the massive amount of omegas I'm taking. So I don't always take that, but I definitely like these digestive enzymes. They're supposed to be very good anti-aging, good for your knees, good for your joints, but also good for digesting your food. Now, as you age, that's harder and harder, but I just got this cheapy brand also, which I want to start just trying. I don't know if you need like expensive brands of digestive enzymes really, but this seems pretty thorough. Bromelain, papain, protease, amylase, lipase, all the ACEs, all the enzymes. And I want to start trying to remember, this is brand new, taking a few before I eat. Like half an hour, according to the reviews, is very good. If half an hour before you eat, it's just, especially if you have any digestion issues. Sometimes in the morning when I have that drink, and then I'll have bone broth and like an egg, I'll whip up a really good egg, and I'll drip it into the bone broth, and I'll have greens. That's what I'll have for breakfast. And sometimes it's like maybe a lot of protein. I don't know. I'm trying to get as much protein as possible, and sometimes it'll be like a little much on my stomach. So I'm gonna try and taking this and see if it helps. I don't know. But if you ever have like an indigestion-y feeling, this is supposed to help. If you have irritable bowel syndrome or any sort of digestion thing, taking digestive enzymes should really help. This I usually take on an empty stomach, like at night, if I'm taking that. Vitamin E, this is another fertility doc. Just got a cheap Kirkland signature. I'm not sure if you need fancy vitamin E or not, but I take 2 of these a day. That's doctor's orders. Vitamin D is supposed to really help your telomeres and the ends of your DNA, and it's supposed to just very much help. And I do have something in my genetics that makes me deficient in vitamin D, and I realized this just recently, and so I definitely take a lot of vitamin D. I take the 10,000. My vitamin D is up, and sometimes I take this D plus K2, but lately I've been taking this, but this isn't the K2. But you want K2 in addition, MK7 form of K2, and this one has that, and get K2 as well, basically. Okay, I also take N-acetyl L-cysteine. I got a bunch of this, a huge bag a few years ago, and I'm towards the end now. But I take this along with glycine powder. Yes, glycine powder, because together those really help with your glutathione in your body. Betaine anhydrous, I think I have mixed in there as well. That I think more helps with the N and N, but I mix them all together and I take a scoop of that. It's really about the NAC. You can definitely, it's very sulfury, this NAC. Great for keeping glutathione in your body pumped up. At night, darlings, L-Glutamine. I've been taking still into this L-Glutamine. This is my fresh bottle. I've gone through a few of these. And they, it helps. I'm sure I did a video on this, and it helps with leaky gut. I don't necessarily feel a difference anymore. I take a scoop, which is 5 grams of this at night. And ideally, my stomach's pretty empty, so I take it first thing at night, because when I was taking this in the morning, I remember making me sleepy. Apparently, this also is supposed to help with your body's human growth hormone, which I am wanting to increase. I'm sure you are as well. And I mix it with a little magnesium aspartate, which is bioavailable. Apparently it's supposed to be more bioavailable form of magnesium. I've been taking that at night too, and I get pretty sleepy. I also take 3 milligrams of melatonin, that's the word, at night. And I've been taking that for a little while for the egg quality. Again, that's from the Start with the Eggs. You guys have seen that book. Okay, I've also been taking from my acupuncturist these TCM, it's like phase 1, which is your follicular phase, phase 2, which I'm out of. Phase 2 is your ovulation and fertilization support, and then you have the natural luteal and implantation support. I think you might have to get these from your acupuncturist. I don't think you can just order these. TCM Pharmaceuticals, there's been a few acupuncturists that have been into this, and acupuncture and Chinese herbs, very good for fertility. There's like lots of studies about it if you don't believe in that stuff. A lot of fertility clinics actually use acupuncture and herbs. This is just what I'm taking. If you were curious, I don't know if you can get them or anything, but definitely if you're on a fertility journey, go get acupunctured for sure. Hey guys, I almost forgot. Broccoli seed powder. I recently got this and have not taken it until just now, and it really feels very good. I used to take broccoli seed powder in pill form, and I just didn't want to keep taking so many pills, and this is actually not that bad. I just took a big spoonful. It says to take a tablespoon, with juice, or put it in your smoothie and ruin the flavor of your smoothie, I guess. I'd much rather just take this, swig it down, and then drink a yummy smoothie afterwards. But I actually feel really good. Like, I just feel like, wow. So I'm surprised at how great this feels. So adding this to the stack, you guys. Was that a lot or what? Holy moly. It doesn't seem like too terrible. That's a lot. That's a lot. Now, all of these, do I take it every day? I think I take most of these every day. Now, the Chinese herbs, I took a little break from to see if it made a difference, and then I'm back on them. And I don't know. I still don't know if it's making a difference. It's a lot of supplements. It's hard to tell if they're making a difference. And I really love supplements where I can tell when they're making a difference, like Prescript Assist or the Hydrolyzed collagen. It's dope when that happens, but if there's enough science behind it, I'm probably going to keep taking it, even if it's not something that I can feel. Just because. Okay, that was quite a long video. I hope that I can make this into a smaller video. Love you guys. Bye.